The woman, the only woman that's really out there talkative and willing to is the hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Can we get into that? Because it's always the niggas.
I don't know why I keep getting
Online.
looked at.
I gotta bring y'all niggas together. It's always the niggas that's talking about how they don't care about the girls that's online twerking or the BBL bots or the you know the girls that's always showing the skin and stuff online. But those are the same bitches that got your boyfriend plus 500 other people this photo.
Subscribe to her, paying for her, sending her money, all type of stuff.
Yeah, he's looking like, so what's your point? He's like, I'm a man.
Nah, man, I believe that's because a lot of people are followers. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's popular, people going with. Most people don't even like that body type. You know what I'm saying? Remember, this body type just popped up out of the last 10 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of other body types before. You know what I'm saying? You had the bust, you had everything else. But now, depending on what's popular, that's what people going for these days. So they just following. You know what I'm saying? They just following the trend.
They're keeping up.
Not necessarily saying they like that. They just
it make them feel cool within themselves.
Make them feel cool.
Yeah. What you think, Rick?
Yeah, that body style is like, you know, it's cool. I mean, I go to a strip club every now and then, but not for real.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I haven't missed a
He's like, I go for the wings, not the girls.
I'm just saying, but like,
I go for the lamb chops, not the girls.
That's perfectly fine. I don't have a preference. You know what I'm saying? My lady's small. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she could twerk on me at the house. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to have no big ass. Do you know how to shake your ass, ma'am?
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Pretty Kitty. Because we talking about conscious coochies and keeping coochies clean and hoes and whatnot. You got a whole line dedicated to keeping your coochie healthy.
Funny you mentioned that. This is my part of the segment.
This we was talking about. Absolutely. Let's talk about that though. How did you get your brand started with that, and why did you care about coochie cleansing?
I cared about it because I feel like women, I heard a conversation on men on podcasts, y'all niggas, and I have so many sisters. I was so offended by one of the guys. To me, he was so immature. He was saying that basically, first day I need the lights on. I need it to be perfect. I want the ass sitting up, the titties sitting up, the coochie got to be perfect. And I was just thinking like how childish that could be with women, different body sizes. Some women have kids, stomachs a little loose, breasts might sag, but then in 1 second, men say, I don't want a girl with a perfect surgery body. I'm over that. But then you get a natural body girl, and it's just this whole flip-flop conversation. So me having a sister who was very self-conscious after she had her daughter, her skin kind of changed up, and she was like, after I waxed, shaved, it's just like anything will break my skin out. I start getting overly grown hair. I don't know how. I start getting little chin hairs here, coochie hair. It was just a whole body change. And me not having kids, when I start watching these podcasts, I'm like, dang, women are really conscious about that area. Like, I didn't really know because I was one of the blessed people who, like, I shave. I don't have no issues, but I heard that it was a bigger issue for women. And to hear men talking about it, I was like, dang, everybody focus on the face, the skin, hair, waist trainers trying to be snatched. But what about the women who, they ain't into having a perfect body? Like, we just want it to be clean. We want it to look right. So when I started the product, originally, I was about to say which sister, but I ain't gonna. She told me, bitch, don't ever do that again. One of my sisters, I thought of her and I was like, I'm gonna come up with something that works, that helps clean it up, that helps just get everything balanced out.
Bitch, don't ever mention me again when you talk about that. Cause that sound like you like talking about,
that sound like me out one day.
That sound like my coochie was stinking.
Test number one.
She was like, I saw your interview, it was real cute and informative. Bitch, don't you ever say my name.
I remember a guy had said something, when you were talking about guys saying something, I remember I was in my 20s, he said something like, I just don't like bitches with 5 o'clock shadows. And I was like, what is that? I didn't know what that was. I was like, what is that? He was like, in the vagina area, darker.
That's
so
normal.
So I looked down, I was like,
that's me. And that's me.
That's everybody.
And I was and then he like kept on trying to talk to me. I was like, I can't talk to you. My vagina area is darker.
Like, it's a real thing with men, and I think it's the oddest thing. Like,
it makes us so self-conscious.
Yeah, I've had an event behind my product where I heard different girls talking about, like, one girl got cut her off. literally was like I like you, but I'm just the darkness. And I'm thinking, so niggas really care about that. But as I got deep into the product, I'm like, people really care about that and really are self-conscious about it. So that's how I started it.
Okay.
A bunch of silly niggas.
I was listening to a podcast recently when they talked about, and shout out to Shamboom. She talked about that sometimes when guys talk about the odor that comes from women, a lot of the times
it's from you. It's from that nigga.
It can come from stress. I had no idea that vaginal odors possibly can come from being stressed out.
It can come from everything. It can come
Food,
sugar,
all type of shit.
asparagus.
Food, sugar.
Oh, asparagus, they had you out here smelling like you ain't washed that motherfucker in 2 weeks.
Your clothes.
That's crazy.
It's so much. And for it to be a conversation where it's like, the coochie is supposed to be pretty and so pleasant. It's like, it's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
If you a real grown man or grown woman, you would know, you stressing me and this, that, and the third contributes to everything. But people don't talk about that. It's just like, oh, she's staying, oh, it's dark down there. It's such a childish conversation. It's not even realistic for real grown women.
Even when you hear people be like, oh, I never stank before. Like, my pussy never stunk. And I'm like,
oh, it has, man.
Mine has.
I bet your house smells bad.
No, what kind of pussy you have?
Right.
But you can't tell me after a period, after childbirth, after abortion, after some exercising, after BV, chlamydia, nothing.
Yeah.
Especially the man.
Lucky you. Y'all bodies go through so much. Y'all bodies go through so much, and just for a man not even be thinking of that, y'all be entertaining these niggas. Because real men don't even give a damn. Real men already understand that your body go through so much.
That's real.
Especially if you push kids out, like you said, stress, food, whatever. All those situations can shoot, even with weight loss or whatever the case is. We already know your hormones different, so you might be bloating on this day versus that. Like, you'll know that if you've been around real women before. You know what I'm saying? To the point where there ain't gonna be no problem.
If you paid attention and you care.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to the details.
And quit shooting the club up so much.
You know what? I'm happy. Please, Jesus.
Like, even if that is your lady on the one-on-one, you can't shoot her up all the time. Every single time.
Yeah. Like, stop it.
Like ammonia.
Like public bathroom, not even at home bathroom. You see I'm airing it out like, Jesus. Let that be free. Jesus. I'm happy you brought up OnlyFans for a second, because before we get out of here, I do want to ask that childish ass question. Could you guys date somebody who has an OnlyFans? Cuddy?
Oh, me?
Could you date somebody who has an OnlyFans that's sexual?
It's a fuck no for me.
No.
I'm gonna just go ahead and answer.
It's an absolute no.
I don't. What? Doing what?
Doing what? If you being sexual,
gyrating and hip rolling and shit.
Freestyle.
No, because now you just look dumb.
That's
I'm
just
like,
corny.
If it was a guy like doing that, I'd be like, oh no.
Break
Ew.
no.
Break down.
But
Like,
could you?
no, probably not.
Huh?
Could you?
Why you like to do something else?
No, only because like, you know, like,
Yes.
I was met doing that, but I know I ain't.
Wait, what?
Right, because I ain't want to call me out.
You was doing it? You was trifling.
You were doing OnlyFans?
No, OnlyFans wasn't out. It just Instagram fans. It was Instagram fans.
What you was doing on there too?
What he was doing?
It was.
Gyrating.
He was trifling. He's from Florida. Like the Pretty Ricky.
And I'm starting to see them vibes now. I can't unsee it.
He was spectacular.
Was you baby oiling and rolling on the floor and snaking?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Randy,
can you pull it up on this?
I don't have the footage. I didn't know that. No.
It was a lot of stuff, man. It was a lot of stuff. Like,
You want to come up?
yeah, just say I
yes.
did have millions of views on
so you
videos back in the day.
support it. So you support it.
No. Look, I wouldn't be with it. Right? But this is why I'm like, yo, I know you met me here tonight. Let me give you X, Y, and Z, because I know I took you through that shit. And I understand why you gotta look at women sideways. I gotta understand why you gotta be a little bit protective because of how we entered this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so you're saying you could entertain it but can't wife it?
Type stuff.
Type shit.
Type shit.
Yeah.
What about you? Could you cuff somebody who has an OnlyFans? He mad as hell. He is sick of me.
You know, in my former life, probably yeah.
Okay.
But now, nah, because I wouldn't want my daughter to see that later down the line. It's really, and it's really all. If it wasn't for these damn kids, man, I'd be out here off the chain.
Rolling.
Rolling the shoulders with it.